Well, hey guys, welcome back. And if you're new, thank you so much for stopping by. You're so appreciated. Well, guys, I have some more great Christmas DIYs for you. The first one is this amazing Dollar Tree that I made. And guys, I love the way this turned out. So I got these bells from the Dollar Tree and I painted them with some white paint to give it some texture, but I sponged it on. And I also have some pine cones that I'm going to paint also. Now, these are styrofoam balls. There's like a 6-pack of them. You get them from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to make my own ornaments, and I cut this gingham print. It's so pretty in black and white into 5-inch squares, and I got some little pick pieces, and I'm going to use those also. So what you do is you put the little styrofoam ball in the middle of the square. You can use any material. I would suggest using a thin material and not a thick material, so that way it wraps the ball perfectly as you see. Now I'm going to get a little piece of the greenery and a piece of jute string. Make sure the string is long enough so you can tie it into a knot later, so that way you'll be able to hang it on your tree. I'm just going to take the greenery and wrap it around. And guys, this will be the quickest, easiest ornaments you ever made. Now you can embellish them any way you like. You can make a bow of jute string, add a little berry, whatever you like. And if you want it to be a little bit more secure, you can add a dab of glue. You can either leave the material, or you can cut that off. It's up to you. So I just love the way these turned out. And this is what it looks like. So now I have my tree. It was a little skimpy, so I put 2 trees together. I'm going to use a Dollar Tree pottery pot, and some Dollar Tree foam to make sure that it's nice and snug and doesn't move anywhere. And now I'm going to just start decorating my tree. Like I said, I painted some pine cones white also, just to give it an overall aesthetic. Now I'm going to wrap it in burlap, because if I wrapped it in the gingham, it looked a little too matchy. Make sure that if you're going to use burlap, that you use a nice thick weft to give it that full look, and you get those pretty points on the end. All I'm doing is wrapping it with jute string. If the burlap weft is a really nice burlap material, because they're not all the same, then you'll get this effect right away and you won't have to play with it too much. See how it formed those points? Beautiful. I also added a bow on top. I was going to use burlap, but I tried to do it. It just didn't look right. So I used this thinner ribbon and it came out perfect. Just a plain black and white buffalo check was all it actually needed. And guys, this is the most adorable mini Christmas tree ever. It's so cute. And look at the way it's wrapped on the bottom with the perfect point. Love this one. So for my next DIY, guys, I did a Kirkland's dupe. And I used a pizza pan from the Dollar Tree and some craft paper from Hobby Lobby. It was $9. I got it for $1.99 in clearance, and it looks, the left hand corner is the way I want mine to look, if you see that. So I'm gonna cut it into a circle and glue it down. And I'm gonna go ahead and get a wood block that I'm going to be using, because I want it to have the same exact aesthetic that the Kirkland sign had, and it was like $26.99. So I'm just going to glue this down in place. It looks just like real wood, even though it's not. And I have the word believe. I got at Hobby Lobby in clearance also. I'm going to hot glue that down. As you can see, it's the same exact wood color with the same wood grain as the Kirkland sign. And just to cover up that raw edge, because it's not real wood, I am going to use a little bit of nautical rope, and that will take care of that for me. Now, on the Kirkland sign, they use some wood beads, farmhouse beads, to use it to hang up with, and I'm going to do the same exact thing. I just strung it on, and I'm going to add hot glue. Now for the back, just to give it an overall finished look, you can add nautical rope around the edge, but they kept their edge metal on the Kirkland sign, so I left mine exactly the same. But guys, does this not look just like real wood, the background? And it looks just like the Kirkland's dupe. I think this is the most perfect dupe ever. Yeah, it turned out great. So guys, for my next DIY, I'm doing a buffalo check with one of these large ornament signs. I just removed the metal, and I'm gonna paint one strip in the middle, because I tried to do DIYs where there wasn't a lot of painting. And I'm going to use the same craft paper from the Hobby Lobby, where you get 4 for $1. Got to check it out. And I'm just going to cut it out in thirds because 1/3 is the paint, and I'm just going to add the craft paper to the top third and the bottom third. Now I made sure that I cut my craft paper on an angle for one of them. That way it'll be a contrast in the pattern to give it more movement. I just love that. I like to add a little bit more texture to things when they're paper. And you can see the difference. Now I have one of these 3-pack peace signs. I put a little bit of Waverly paint on it to make it pop on the matte black, and I hot glued the top of it back on, and now I'm going to put this on, but on an angle because I want to add a little holly under the peace sign. So I put the peace sign on an angle so I'll be able to add the greenery on to the paint and not the craft paper. And just add a little gingham bow because I want the metal to show, and that's it, guys. I love the way this turned out. It's nice, it's fresh, it's clean, and the difference in that pattern for that check just adds so much contrast. I love the way this turned out. So for my last DIY, I did a Noel sign. I wanted to do one of these, so I used one of these Santa Claus signs. I'm actually going to use the Santa Claus side so the back will automatically be finished when I'm done. And I picked these up once again, Hobby Lobby clearance, with some craft paper, 4 for $1. I'm gonna put some Mod Podge on these. Just make sure that you have them turned the right way so when you cut it out later, it's facing the right way. And this craft paper is beautiful, guys. Do you see how it looks like a wood panel, and it has the little knots in it and the little nail holes, and it just looks just like wood planking. I love it. So I'm going to measure this out and cut this out, and I'm going to glue it, like I said, to the other side because the back side will be nice and clean and it will look like a finished project, so I don't have to go back and maybe paint the back or add craft paper or cloth to it to finish it out to make it neat. And that is all I have to do. Cut these out and put some Mod Podge on it. Whenever I'm using thick craft paper, I let the Mod Podge get a little sticky, and I'm gonna go ahead, or tacky I should say, and add it on. Guys, do you see how this looks like a plank of wood with the little wood knots? The lines are lined up perfectly and the little nail holes. I love this wood look. Now I'm gonna go ahead and cut out my letters. Just make sure you take your time and make sure that the glue is completely dried or it will pull the craft paper. But they come out really neat when you do it on a cutting pad with an X-Acto knife, as you can see. I'm going to add a little bit more of that craft paper to the bottom to give it an overall finished look and aesthetic that I'm going for. And now I'm just going to take my time and glue my letters down and make sure that they're straight and spaced evenly. So now that I got this all set, I'm going to take a little jute string and tie it around the bottom because I do have that cozy cottage Christmas feel that I'm going for, and I'm going to get some gingham ribbon and make a bow for the top, and I'm just going to go ahead and wrap it with some of that same jute string to give it an all over look that's just, you know, congruent, and just love the way it looks. Hot glued it in place and fluffed it out, and guys, I love it. Now this ribbon came from the Dollar General. They have a really good ribbon this year, and guys, this turned out so cute and it looks like wood. Yes, love this one. I hope you guys like the way it turned out in all of these DIYs. I wanted to do some DIYs where you did not have to paint because a lot of people said they don't really like doing a lot of painting, and I do some crafts where you don't have to use paint, and of course I can, guys. So guys, I hope you like all of these. If you do, don't forget to like and subscribe and give it a thumbs up because they really do help our videos. And guys, I'll see you next time, but in the meantime, don't forget to keep your head up, keep it moving forward, stay positive, and stay safe. See you next time, guys. Love you.